Hi, Andy Grant here. You know, every day there is something to celebrate. And today I'm celebrating that yesterday I did not cry. Now that may not seem like a big deal to you, but I had gone 21 consecutive days with tears. 21 days of crying. Sometimes it was just a couple minutes of tears, sometimes more. Some days I was consciously working through the energy of fears and doubts. Other days I was triggered by a song or a memory, and suddenly I found myself overcome with emotion. Now why this is cause for celebration is that not long ago I would have thought this meant I was depressed. I would have labeled myself. But that wasn't the case at all. I was releasing things, releasing thoughts, patterns, and energy that I've outgrown. Sometimes I found myself in tears of joy, just overwhelmed by the love I feel for people in my life. And when I would attempt to communicate that, I'd get choked up, teary. And in one instance with my dad, he was sure that I was depressed. But I was able to convince him otherwise, and I've come to accept crying is just the best way for me to release what no longer serves me. It doesn't need to mean anything else but that. I'll share one specific story with you. Our dog Sadie is about 18 months old, but she's having major incontinence issues. Earlier this month, I woke up in pee on 4 consecutive nights. I was not happy. Anytime she falls deeply asleep, she just loses control and pees. Sometimes a little, sometimes the whole shebang. One day last week, while soaking up urine for the 3rd time that day, I was completely triggered and upset, and I'm yelling at Sadie, asking, "What's wrong with you?" And asking, "Do we need to put you down?" And I'm bawling with these thoughts. These thoughts feel so horrible. And I see that confused love in her face. I can tell she doesn't know what she's doing. It's not her fault. And she wants to live. And I realize this is how I always used to talk to myself. All right, now we are venturing into oversharing with Andy territory, but as a kid I had problems with bedwetting too. And as I'm yelling at my dog for being broken and thinking that she should be put down, I realize that's the conversation I so often had with myself in my own head. And I wondered, wow, each time I wet the bed as a kid, was I wishing to be put down? So that is why I celebrate. I celebrate the relief and the release of tears. I celebrate how my dog having an accident can release something from my childhood. I celebrate 21 days of tears, and I celebrate the completion, I hope, of that as well. Sometimes I wonder, why do I share this much? And I don't know. For so many years, I was afraid of letting anyone see how I really felt. I never wanted to be seen as vulnerable, sensitive, or emotional. Now I'm embracing all of that. I'm embracing all of me more and more. Over 3 years ago, I decided I wanted to live as openly and as authentically as I possibly could. So I guess I do know why I share this much. But I hope that it serves. I hope this serves you in some way. Let me know. Leave a comment. Most importantly, be good to yourself.